Hidden in the hills near Tatnick Square in Worcester is a company that has literally been the cornerstone of many construction projects in the area since 1935. It's a multi-generational business that has survived for decades and is proud to say it's made in Worcester.
Hello, I'm Michael O'Brien, City Manager for the great City of Worcester. We're here today with another exciting episode of Made in Worcester. It's a program that we put together in order to highlight the many businesses in our great city that contribute to jobs, local economy, as well as benevolent giving and how they support local groups at Little Leagues and all throughout our community. Today we're at a great facility right here in the middle of Moreland Hill, Sansoucy Stone. They are a supplier of residential and commercial stone. Many of its products can be seen throughout our community in patios, walkways, walls, and even monuments. Really are a great corporate citizen. It's a multi-generational company. It's been here for decades, and they've established them in Worcester, again, for the mining and distribution of stone, and they still remain very strong. We'll tour this stone yard, but right now I'd like to introduce a great friend and partner to our community, John Sansoucy. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Great day for it?
Yes, yes.
All around?
Yeah.
So we're here in the heart of your operation.
Yeah.
Some 9 acres in the middle of Moreland Hill.
Yeah.
I say howdy neighbor because I'm right around the corner.
That's right, that's right.
And so tell us a little bit about Sansoucy Stone.
Well, we're a stone supplier that's been here for many generations, and we supply stone for masons and architects and landscapers and builders and homeowners like yourself. For everything from fireplaces to stone walls to paving to commercial projects to some of the colleges in the city and some of the monuments like the Korean War Memorial downtown.
Beautiful job on that.
And the Firefighters Memorial down here in Tatnick, and just to name a few.
Sure. Now, Sansoucy Stone's been here obviously for decades, and we're very grateful for all you do for the jobs and for the name recognition for our community, and then obviously for your support of Little Leagues and everything else that's been done. So tell us how you kind of originated up here. How'd you start?
Well, as the story goes, and some of it may not be as true, but my grandfather...
Lie and I'll swear by it.
Yeah. There was an area where there was a quarry up in the back of the premises here, where my grandfather started quarrying as late as as early as the 1930s, and it became a full operational quarry in the 60s through the 80s, and then that stone was depleted in the mid-80s. And now my brother's quarry, Sansoucy Quarries, has 2 quarries in northern Connecticut.
Okay, so you're still active in quarrying stone. What type of stone are you pulling out of those quarries?
This is one of them right here that comes from Brooklyn, Connecticut, and it's a metamorphic schist that's quarried in Connecticut. And another one is kind of a tannish beige color, which you'll see in a lot of places around the city as well.
So metamorphic schist is basically a sedimentary rock that's been put under some pressure and some heat.
Yeah. Much
Much more durable stone. It still separates and splits in fairly kind of plate-like
right, in layers.
Sources. In
Yes.
layers.
Yes, yeah.
So it's easy to split for masons and others to use to make something as beautiful as this fire pit. Now the other products that you have here, beyond what you're quarrying, you're repping various manufacturers of stone and manufactured stone?
Yes, we also do paving stones from
Sure.
from Unilock and Pavers by Dale, both companies based out of Massachusetts.
Sure.
We really try to buy local, and we also get field stone and granite and other materials from the local area as well, and beyond.
We obviously like Made in Worcester, as this program is titled,
Yeah.
and also buying local. Now, typical daily operation, I'm sure you're getting orders from contractors and others. What's that look like for you start first thing in the morning? What's going on here at your base operation?
Here at the base, we usually are very busy in the morning because a lot of the contractors are sometimes lined up at the door and they want to get going for their day. So first thing in the morning, a lot of times is very busy. We have deliveries coming in, sometimes on an 18-wheeler with many pallets, our own truck being loaded, and along with customers coming and going. So first thing in the morning is usually very busy. So we try to do a lot of that the evening before as much as we can as possible.
Prepping it, get the orders set to go,
Yes.
labeled, and
Get it
ready to
staged.
order.
Yep. Yep.
And ready to ship out.
Yeah.
Now, after that work is complete, you've obviously dealt with the contractors who are trying to get to their sites early to get their jobs done.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the day? I mean, you're taking in orders in your office. You got some residential traffic also coming through?
Yes, we have a lot of residential traffic. Usually the residents start a lot of times at lunchtime. They'll come in for on their lunch hour, and they'll be looking at materials for a project they're doing, whether it's a fire pit or an outside patio or a walkway for their new house or something like that. And we'll have residents coming in, but also a lot of contractors coming and going. And then late in the day we get busy again because they want to take their materials. A lot of times they're going into Metro, Boston or further away, and they'll get the materials for the next day.
Yeah, I may do some cash and carry before I get out of here. Now, you got stone basically running through your veins, and it's been part of your family's history for a long time. Now, do you also provide design services? Like if someone's looking to do a certain patio, looking for different types of stone, do you get involved in trying to help that homeowner come up with what that would look like, and then even providing some contracting services, or purely supply?
We will set them up with a contractor who can do a design, but we also have a couple employees that were in the business who are very knowledgeable that will assist them with somewhat of a design and help them out somewhat.
Understood.
Yes.
Now, when you look at your reach and knowing that it's a competitive, dynamic marketplace, as you'd expect, what are some of the kind of limits of where you've had your product shipped to? I mean, you're shipping up into New Hampshire, you're shipping down to Connecticut, you're down in the Middle Atlantic, just to give some idea of kind of your span and reach.
Most of it is the 128 495 belt, but a lot of it is also here in Central Mass.
Sure.
We go to the Cape and the islands, go to the islands quite a bit. We've gone as far as Colorado. We have to ship us for a home, ship the stone by rail to Colorado, Niagara Falls, but a lot of it is within, we'll say, a 40 to 70 mile range.
Now, I know customer service is really important to you guys, and I imagine because of that exemplary customer service, you've got a customer loyalty that they'll use you, even though it's a competitive marketplace, because of ability to kind of meet their demands, of timing, have their product on site when they absolutely have to have it in the ground. And so over those decades, you still have customers that have been with you over that period?
Yes, we've had customers who've been coming in. There was a gentleman that was here earlier who bought stone off my father, and we delivered to Elm Park, and he remembers doing the stone wall at Elm Park in 1970, and
Really?
he's still in business, yeah. So he's one example.
So we've got some of your product going into the work we're doing now at Elm Park.
Yes, we do, yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Well, we're pleased to have that.
Yep.
That's important. Again, made in Worcester at Elm Park, one of our flagship facilities, and under a major renovation as well. So.
And Unilock is supplying City Hall.
Oh, another great project again.
Yep.
And are you involved in that as well? Oh,
yes.
fantastic.
Yep.
Now, the realities of the types of construction that go on, the commercial marketplace in particular, a lot of those projects, they're known in advance. There's different reporting, like FW Dodge reports, putting out the fact that there's going to be large-scale projects. Certain architects are working with these projects that their names are known in advance. Are you doing some advanced work with them so that they're speccing your products, if you will?
Yes, that seems to be one of the things we concentrate in the winter, because in the winter we're very quiet. So we work on talking to a lot of architects in the off season, in our off season in the winter, going out to see architects, visiting their office and talking to them about future projects. Because a lot of times after the first of the year, they're working on projects for the upcoming year or two. So we go out and visit a lot of them.
So if they have a project they're putting out to bid, they would say Sansoucy Stone has this wonderful architectural stone that would be perfect for the entranceway, and then that would be built into their specifications that they would put out, and then contractors would bid on. And so therefore you've almost got your product somewhat guaranteed to go into that job, which is part of your sales work.
Yes, yep.
Fantastic.
Yes. Yep.
So what do you see as some of the changes over that lifespan, if you will, of so many generations being involved in the stone business, and what a wonderful job you do down here? What do you see as some of the changes that have occurred over time? More manufactured stone, less natural?
The natural stone is really coming back. For instance, this whole unit here is...
I love this, by the way.
This is all...
Cash and carry.
Yes, you can have this afternoon. And this stone is a thin veneer that has pre-made corners, and the stone is only about an inch and a quarter. And this is, as a result of the technology today, where they can cut that stone thin, they can cut it consistently, so you don't have to be as talented or as handy as yesterday's masons to install one of these. and to
Yeah, it's like the work of the
build one
Egyptians with the thinness of the joints.
And so the technology today make these pre-made corners, and they make this veneer very easy to work with.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful. This product, and obviously all the work that you do here in the community, your support for the local economy and how important that is, a generational fact of the company, how important that is to stability for our local economy. We're very pleased to have you. It's been great to be here listening in and asking the questions, putting you in that 60-minute type interview where you feel like tearing off your microphone and storming off the set. But all these questions were important for people to understand all the great things that happen here in our city, who makes those things happen, and who are those leaders in our various facets of our business community that are making great things happen. So I want to thank you for the brief conversation. I know we're going to be doing some other things here in and around the yard, and I look forward to doing that as well.
Yeah, we have some stonework for you lined up.
Okay, you got an active workman's comp policy, I hope?
Of course.
Okay.
As the city manager gets ready to try his hand at stonework, we caught up with his wife and business partner, Donna Sansoucy, to get her take on how the family keeps the community in mind, from work with the Red Cross and Why Me to its nearby neighbors.
We have made a very good relationship with our neighbors for the most part. We keep our hours limited. For instance, Saturdays is just 9 to 12, 8 to 4. Other places are open much earlier. We try to respect, that's when the kids go to school in the neighborhood, so we try not to have vehicles coming up during that time. We have left all the trees up, which can be a detriment sometimes, but we've left them up so it's a natural landscape. It provides privacy for the neighbors. And some of our neighbors like to come up and walk the area when we're closed because it's just so pretty to walk around here. Some of our customers will come up and be looking at product and we'll ask where we're located, or they'll call first, ask where we're located, and we'll say 23 Paradox Drive, and they'll say they live down the street and they didn't even know we were here at this location. It's a central location. It's great for our contractors. 75% of our business are local contractors.
Yeah, I'm a landscaper, hardscape landscaper dealing in stone products and concrete products. I come here at Sansoucy's. They have everything you need. It's one-stop shopping. It's easy for me to run a business that way. My guys can just come over and get anything they want anytime they need it. Don't have to go shopping around, looking around with the price of gas today. You just want to go to one spot. So it's nice that we have one location close right in the center of town here that we can come get everything we need.
Dan Craig of Liberty Construction found that out when he was working on a project at Assumption College.
Some of the notables that we've done in Worcester that I like to talk about, number one is the chapel at Assumption College. I think it was 2 years ago now. We worked with Lauren Construction in matching all of the stonework on that chapel. We had to match the color, we had to match the style, and the style changed as we went around the building. So as we went around the building, we actually had to change the style of the stone that we were laying. And John Sansoucy was very instrumental in keeping us supplied with the proper stone at the proper time.
Sansoucy Stone has also had some interesting projects outside of Worcester. John Sansoucy mentioned a few earlier, but the company can also boast it's done work on former New England Patriots star Teddy Bruschi's house. Back at the stone yard, the city manager has been put to work.
And these all come pre-labeled from the quarry, or
From
do
the
you
quarry.
do it?
Yes.
You do it here.
Yes, from the quarry.
From
Yep.
the quarry. These are beautiful.
Yep.
Now, can a homeowner get different colors like they do, like for instance, countertop?
Yes, good question. This comes in this kind of yellowy beige color. It also comes in a blacky rose color, and it comes in a dark charcoal gray, and then it comes in your standard New England lighter gray granite as well.
Now, would somebody, if they were mortaring this, would they use the same kind of mortar they use like in a furnace, you know what I mean, when they're doing furnace work, so they could take that thermal expansion?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, would they use a bonding agent on something like this as well? Because of the straight face of it, there's nothing to kind of grab.
That's right. Bonding agent would help with the smooth cut of the granite, yes. Yep.
And then you also, with the stone, you sell the other pit pieces, which would include the inner liner and then the fire.
There's a dome.
Covered dome?
Yes. Yep.
And are those manufactured? You're bringing it in from a rep somewhere that they're coming in. Yeah. Now you've got all types of stone. I mean, I used to call it Goshen stone, but you've got the kind of flat, natural sedimentary rock here as well, and all that's crated up and meshed it up to be able to kind of pick up with a forklift and move out. And you're bringing that in from all over as well.
Yes, that's right. Yep. And we have the forklift on the back of the truck, so we can bring the stone, down in the back to a lake, or in a tough place for someone, so they don't have to carry, because each pallet weighs 1.5 tons of stone.
Well, I certainly support anybody looking for those different types of stone for all different types of applications. Buy Worcester now,
Yes.
And support a local business and all the beautiful types of stone and product that you have down here for all needs. It's actually one of those things where just idea shopping as people think about fixing up their backyard, or when they're buying a new home, what the types of changes they'd like to make. I encourage them to come down to Sansoucy Stone here on Paradox Drive.
Yep. Paradox Drive.
Here in Worcester, up on Moreland Hill. All things to all people when it comes to stone product, and tremendous family. Been part of Worcester Fabric for almost a century, and have been great in supporting local community causes and other citywide activities. So thank you again for your time, and I really enjoyed it, and I've even got to work up a sweat and get my heart going, so that's a double win.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you very much.
Yep.
To the Sansoucy family and the greater Sansoucy Stone family, the City of Worcester says thank you for your commitment and for being part of Made in Worcester.
Field stone. And this is just a standard corner, pre-cut.
The only thing is if I